here we are for another battle report, the first one of 2014, and it's already March. Jesus, being slack. Today, no orcs on the table. Today is Chris versus Arron with Tau versus Necron. The rolls brought us Vanguard Strike, Deployment, and Purge the Alien game type, so it's just literally kill each other. Down this end, we've got a load of Tau. I have no idea what all these are. Broadsides, devilfish or something, I don't know. More and more annoying guys with annoying special rules that annoy you. And then down the other end of the board, more stuff that I don't know what they are. There's a Doomsday Ark, I think, some sort of croissant over here, another Doomsday Ark, bunch of assholes, Annihilation Barge, and Necron House. So we're going into Tau turn 1. I believe Necron won initiative, but they elected for Tau to go first. So we're going into Tau turn 1. Okay, so that was turn 1 for both Necron and Tau. Tau did very little. They just bunched up, moved forwards a little. The stealth suits moved up into this building here. The Fire Warriors over here moved down the stairs a bit. And then in Necron turn 1, the Doomsday Arks fired on, I believe they fired on the Fire Warriors over here and took out the Pathfinders, sorry. And there was a drone there, an armor drone or something, improved their armor save, and that's dead. And then this Doomsday Ark had line of sight down to the, what were these, broadsides? Yep. There was a group of broadsides here, 3 of them, and it annihilated a lot of them. So first blood to, although actually it's not first blood because those, what happens to the drones? Do they stay?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not first blood, but an interesting start to turn 1 for the Necrons. Nobody was expecting that. We thought the Tau were just going to annihilate the Necrons, but it looks like we might have a game on our hands. So, moving into turn 2. And that was the end of turn 2. So, in Tau turn 2, some more shuffling movement down here. These drones that were left over from the broadsides that got blown up have moved up. The crisis suit jumped up into this building here. These guys have moved into this barricade area. Some movement from these troops here. Over in the building down here, the stealth suits are moving up but not firing. The only firing came from the Hammerhead, which fired down the battlefield towards that Doomsday Ark over there, and it bounced off the armour. So nothing happened really very much for the Tau. The Necrons, also not a lot. Some movement out here. The Monolith has moved out into battle. The Annihilation Barge with what looks like a Necron Warlord of some sort on it have moved out. The Croissant Night Side thing moved across the board. That Doomsday Ark over there fired down the table to the stealth suits, which are just popping out from behind those ruins over there. But it scattered and didn't hit them. And then this Doomsday Ark fired down the table towards the Hammerhead that fired at it. Got a direct hit, which would have hit the Hammerhead and these troops here, but because of some Tau special rule, they got a cover save and nobody died. So not much battling going, well, battling's happening, but not much killing going on. No casualties. It's a very slow game so far. The two armies staying at opposite ends of the table and just taking pot shots at each other. We'll see what happens in turn 3. Okay, that was turn 3. So after quite a slow turn 1 and slow turn 2 with not much happening, the two armies standing off at either end of the battlefield, we've had a bit more action. The Tau moved up a little, moved over the buildings. The Hammerhead fired down the battlefield and destroyed one of the Doomsday Arcs, which was down there. And there's our new wreckage marker. Hooray! That was it for the Tau. They've scored 2 points so far for unit destroyed and for First Blood. Then the Necrons. This Doomsday Arc fired down to the stealth troops that were there and destroyed them. Full unit destroyed, 1 point. The Monolith, the Annihilators, the Annihilation Barge moved around. Using the Eternity Gate on the Monolith, these guys, who are actually Necron Warriors and not Ultramarines as they appear to be, it's just deception, they came through the Eternity Gate. The Night Scythe croissant thing flew forward, and these, what are these guys called? Immortals. The Immortals disembarked from there. Various amounts of firing down here killed the last of the drones that were part of the broadside unit, which got blew up earlier. Apart from that, the Necron Cryptek teleported down here with his guys, opened fire on the Fireblades unit that was there, killed the Fireblade and a bunch of the other guys in it, and now they are fleeing towards their board edge. That's it for turn 4. I think we're on 2 points per army at the moment, 2 points each. Moving into Tau, turn 4. Alright, that was turn 4. Tau moved around a bit, moved forwards a bit. Not much action from the Tau. The reserves came in, these crisis suits here, by a deep strike to there, which was right next to this Doomsday Arc. They took 1 hull point off that and crew stunned. However, they then got attacked back by, I think it was Devastators, that destroyed 1 crisis suit and caused them to fail a morale check, and they are now running. They're running away. Various other shooting from the Necrons caused, I think, these guys over here, all these warriors and immortals, fired down to, there was a group of crisis suits here, killed 2 of them. The remaining crisis suit, which is a crisis commander I believe, and the warlord for this army, is now fleeing. He's fleeing with those guys who were already fleeing from the last round. The Tau did kill some of these Necron destroyers, not destroyers, immortals, sorry, Necron immortals, but Necrons being Necrons, reanimation protocol allowed them, most of them, to come back to life. They returned fire and caused this group of Tau fire warriors, I believe they are, they got spanked, and now they've also failed their morale check and are running away. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Tau units on the table running away at the moment. It's looking good for Necrons, which is surprising. I don't think anybody expected Necrons to actually win. We're not over yet, we're going into turn 5. The Tau could still turn it around. They've still got a few units left that could be useful, and they can also rally. So let's see where we go on turn 5. Okay, that was turn 5. Necrons, no, Tau even. Tau turn 5. Tau's fired down there onto the Immortals, killed a couple but 1 popped back up because of resurrection protocols. The Fire Warriors that were over there failed their morale check and continued to flee, and they're off the table. The Crisis Commander did rally. These guys rallied, I believe. There were some Crisis suits down there which rallied. That was about it for Tau that turn. The Necrons, this Doomsday Arc, fired on the crisis suits that were here but didn't do anything. Then the destroyers over there fired on the same crisis suits and blew them up. So that's another point to Necrons. Those Necron Immortals killed some of those Tau Pathfinders or Fireblades or whatever they are. Pathfinders. The Night Scythe fired on the Crisis Commander, did nothing. These Necron Warriors fired on the Crisis Commander and reduced him by a wound. that's it so far. That's the end of turn 5. Rolled for continuance on variable game length and did get a continuance, so we will be going into turn 6. Okay, that was turn 6. In Tau turn 6, the Tau opened fire on these bloody Necrons again. Killed, I think, 3 of them, but they all popped back up with bloody resurrection protocol, as is their way. Various other firing from the Tau, which bounced off armour of various stuff. Then we went into the Necron turn 6. I'm not exactly sure what happened with the Necron. They killed off a few of the Pathfinders that are on that gantry over there. Another couple of the guys that were in that, what do you call them, Fire Warrior group. I think that's it. So at the end of the game, oh yeah, we rolled for continuance. We did get a continuance, but Tau conceded defeat because it's looking pretty heavily in Necron favour. I think Tau scored First Blood and destroyed 1 Doomsday Arc, so that's 2 points to Tau. They took down a couple of other things, but no other full units. Whereas Necrons killed a whole bunch of stuff. I think it's going to be about, once we total up, it's going to be about 6 points to 2 to Necron. So there we go. A good win for the Necrons, I'd say. Thanks for watching. See you next time.